All right, so let's talk about this. So an ICE agent gets pulled over by the police for drunk driving. And this is one of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen for several reasons. So this ICE agent has his kids in the car and he had been drinking. So the police officer that pulled him over, this is what I find weird. It's the black cop who happens to be a Haitian guy who pulled him over. He radios in, the other cop comes in, right? Now, I don't know if the cop that was doing the most talking, who was a white cop, but I don't know if he was in the same car with the Haitian guy, because there was another officer that came, the third officer that came up and pulled up. So what ends up happening was this. The guy, the ICE agent, he's being arrogant. He's, guys, are we gonna do this, guys? Guys, are we really gonna do this? And then he, they're asking him where he was going. He told him he was going somewhere. And they're asking him why. These guys, look, my kid's in the car, right? And he, don't do this in front of my kids, because we're really gonna do this. So he's being a real, just a very defensive, arrogant, I'm trying to get my way, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to get my way here. That's what's going on with him. So they ask him, are you going to take the sobriety test or no? And he kept just really being a real, just defiant, just being the same way how people are when the cops pull them over and they're telling them how you're being unreasonable and, right? Okay, he's being that same exact way. Then he goes, I'm going through a divorce and bitch this and that and this and this, and now he's playing the victim. He goes into full diva mode. Then he's just his ego kicks in. Nah, fuck this. Man, look, are we really gonna do this, guys? My kids are here. Don't do this in front of my kids, man. My kids. And I'm sitting there saying, wow, you ICE agents are amazing. Because you go snatch kids out of cars, off of school buses, snatch them out the driveways, slam them on their faces. Oh, we see it all. You can care less about what happens to someone's kids. You can care less what you do in front of someone's kids. You violently shove people down. They do so much. Even the video of a woman who they were detaining her husband, and she's screaming and crying and pleading, and a guy grabbed her and shoved it. They do all of these nasty, rotten things to people. And what comes out of his hypocritical mouth is, guys, my kids. You don't care about how families feel when you snatch up their kids, right? Pull out your guns, threaten them, back off, everything. Everything. And I'm sitting there like, look at the sympathy he wants. Look at this guy now. But at the same time, his actions towards other people, these ICE agents in general, they have the nerve to not want you to treat them the way they treat other people. And in fact, they still treated him better, because they were saying to have him walk away from the police car, from his car back to the police car, so the kids don't have to see it. And they're going to talk to his kids. They're going to get somebody to come pick the kids up and all this. They're really being overly nice with this guy. But then even the arresting officer goes, he's like, I went through the same thing 2 years ago, man. Just own up to what you did wrong, man. And I'm like, yeah. You see, here's my thing. When you put that uniform on, I don't care what you are. It doesn't make you a good person. But you want to go home safely to your family, right? Your family is your everything, right? But you don't think about or care. You don't care. You clearly don't care about how people feel when you treat them the same ways. Or, matter of fact, worse. Who wants to watch their kid get slammed on their face? Watch their mom or dad get slammed on their face? Even when people are telling you he is a legal citizen, he has ID, they don't even care that you have ID, nothing. What kind of crap is this that you arrest people? You don't even, they're telling you, I have ID. Isn't that what the police ask you? To identify yourself? But these people don't care. And he starts crying and he starts saying, fuck you to the cop. Then he asked the black cop, are you Haitian? Right? The white cop goes, that doesn't matter. It does matter. Yes, it does. And I said, how ironic. ICE gets arrested by the Haitian cop. But here's the deal. If you watch the video, the Haitian cop basically stood back. It was trying to explain himself, but it's like, okay, you're the one that pulled him over, but let me, the white cop, take over and talk. So it's like the black cop is not even allowed to do his freaking job, man. You understand what I'm saying? If you are in a interracial relationship, imagine going somewhere with your woman or your man, whatever, and you as the black person, let's say you have a complaint about something, but you can't say anything. You feel more comfortable letting your white counterpart speak for you because you feel like the message will go through better with them than you. And I'm sitting here going, look, you can clearly see what's happening in this video, where this dude is just like standing there, and the fact of the matter, this racist piece of crap, oh, because he's Haitian, oh, it makes a difference. Here's what he didn't really want to say. I'm getting detained by a freaking Haitian, by the same type of people that we deport. I'm getting detained by an immigrant. It hurt his pride more than anything else. And the fact that he lashed out at the white cop, at both of them, is because it's like, man, we're the same. Look at you. And you let this, come on. Look at what's going on. And he kept, guys, we really gonna go through this? Now, let's see. You think that this ICE agent, the next time he's ordered to go and grab up somebody's kid, he's gonna do it respectfully? Or he's gonna be, no. What kind of orders, it makes you wonder, right? What kind of orders are these ICE agents being given that with ID, nope, don't care. We have your name. You know what reminds me of this, man? I remember I was watching this documentary. This was going on in Africa, and it was happening in Jamaica, similar, and in Haiti, where they had these African guys stopping people at gunpoint. They was asking everybody their name in the cars. If your name was in that list, whatever the punishment was, whatever, kill them right there. Boom. All right? Take the body out the car. So this is proof of, okay, we got the person. And then tell the rest of them, go at gunpoint. Or grab somebody up, or whatever it may be. Jamaica, it was a situation happening where it was this garrison community situation. I know that I know about. That was, but bottom line, they were grabbing people. Okay. This wasn't so much a gunpoint getting like just kill this person. It was grab this person and bring them with us. And in Haiti, the same thing where they were, what's your name? If your name was on that list, they were having these situations and they bow, right? This is America. We haven't seen them grab a person and just off them right there like that. But we've seen police officers jump out wanting a confrontation and then bow. Hands up. The guy hands up and he shoots anyway. He takes somebody's life and then say what? What are you going to say that's going to make up for that? Okay. So he winds up getting detained. And I find so many videos where the police are getting arrested for the same thing that they're arresting people for. So there's certain things that you cannot do. This is why they have laws, right? But you're not above, you're not, it's not even about being above the law. You don't have the mannerisms, you don't have the discipline, but you're arresting someone else. If that guy wasn't an ICE agent and did what he did, they wouldn't have been nearly as patient. But this is what they do. Now you want sympathy because my kids, man. What about other people's families? You see the video where these two police officers torturing this black guy in the back of his car? They're like, they got a crowbar, man. They're shoving it in his mouth and they're punching the guy. They're calling him all types of racial slurs. What's happening about these situations? Now imagine those same two cops go home, right? To their families like they're great, men and women. Imagine their little kids seeing these videos and being taught that this is normal. This is what happens when there's nothing that man said or did that warranted that. These people are nothing but a bunch of, Wow, man. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing? They took a pair of pliers and pulled the guys. 2,000. They were torturing this guy. These were regular police officers. It doesn't give anybody the right to do that. ICE agents, whoever. But what I'm saying, these are the same type of things that you heard about other countries doing. And people, when I was a kid, I remember teachers used to teach us in school, these other communist countries like Germany and Russia and China, and these people, if they had power, they would start a world war. This is why America has to be the superpower, the only superpower, because America has the etiquette and the control and the decency. Okay, America is the protector of, this is what the teachers used to tell us. They are the protectors of the world when you really look at it. They're providers of the world, and it's more opportunity. They used to always say these things, right? What's happening now? And it was bullshit then, but look at it now. Look at it now. Look at right now. Look at what Americans are doing to American citizens. What's any different about gangbanging? The only difference is the gangbangers don't, out in the streets, don't have a uniform that says ICE agent or police officer. That's the only difference. What is any different with what these people are doing? Man, when I saw this, I said, wow. But I'm not shocked about any of it. But all of a sudden, you want to be treated like a human being, but you don't treat other people like human beings. And this is my whole point. If we're going to have a situation where the only lives that matter are someone in a uniform, which should never be the case. But if that's the case, that's the only lives that really matter. I don't care about no t-shirt or no protest. I'm saying when you look at actions or the color of somebody's skin, what makes America any better than anywhere else? And here's a guy begging for sympathy. Not in front of my kids, man. Come on, man. My kids are here. How many times have you had that same sympathy before you grabbed somebody's kid out of a car and slammed them on their face? This is ridiculous, man. So we have a bunch of police officers pulling each other over and pulling over other people, and you're getting pulled over for DUIs. I mean, so much stuff has happened. So many things. But this is a disgusting act. And what's being done about it?